Hello, fifth grade. I'm back again to give you a little bit of insight into this week's work. The first lesson this week had to do with the fact families, and I know that you know how to do that, so I didn't record a video on that one. If you do find that you're stuck on that, please let me know. This one is asking us to do some division with some base 10 blocks, so I'm going to demonstrate that on the board for you, just so that you know how to do it. So in art class, 3 students share 48 markers evenly. How many markers will each student have? So they're asking us to model this with base 10 blocks. I just want to remind you that the little cube is 1, the stick is 10, and the flat is 100, right? So this is 1, this is 10, and this is 100, in case you might have forgotten. So what they want us to do first is take the number 48, and we're going to be dividing it by 3. So we're going to be making 3 groups. So here's 1, 2, 3. They have us starting with the 10s here. We have 4 10s. So the first thing we're going to do is put a 10 in each one. So that is 3 of our 10s. We have another 10 left. So imagine that we have a stick left. We're going to break that up into 10 ones. So let me draw them here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's my other 10 stick, right? We also have 8 more ones. So I'm going to draw those 8 ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, we have to distribute these ones into these groups. As I drew it, I actually have kind of an idea about this, but here's what we would do. Let's count how many we have first of all. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. What I like to do is just start distributing them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I've now taken care of this group of ones. I've distributed them among my 3 groups. So the first part it asks us is when we regrouped these 10 blocks into 10 ones and we added the 8 more, they wanted to know how many ones there were, so we had 18. Remember, that's going to go in right here. So now they ask us to divide them into the equal groups that we did. So how many ones are in each group now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right here, we have 6 ones in each group. Okay? Down at the bottom, they want to know how much is in each group. How many 10s and how many 1s. So in this group, we have 1 10 and 6 1s. Right? That's what's going to go here. 1 10 and 6 1s. So we can safely say that 48 divided by 3, if we have 1 10 and 6 1s, we have 16, right? If we count it, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This was the long version of showing you how to do 48 divided by 3 using base 10 models. So we took care of that guy. Let's take a look at the back. So they're asking us to do another problem very similar to that. So let me erase this. I know that you guys can do this division, but we're going to do the model part first because they're asking us to. So they want us to do 56 divided by 5. So that means we're going to have, they want us to model 56 using base 10 blocks. So that would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, right? That is 56. They want to divide that into 5 equal groups. So I'm going to use my circles again. 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's take a look at our 10s first. Luckily, we have 5 10s, so we can just put a 10 in each group. So now that I've done that, I'm going to erase those off because we just took care of that, right? And remember, the reason I made 5 groups was because of this divided by 5. Now, they want us to take the remaining ones and they want us to divide them up into groups. You'll notice there are 6 ones here and only 5 groups. So let's put an even number in each group. Each one's going to get 1. And we're going to have 1 left over because remember we have 6 here. We're going to divide that up into groups. Each one of my 5 groups gets 1 and there's 1 left over. So it asks us right away, how many ones are left over? Well, there it is, there's 1. And then it asks how many each group has. So each group has 1, 10, and 1, 1, right? Which is 11, right? 1, 10, and 1, 1. If we're counting it, we can do it that way. So when we divide 56 into 5 groups, which is what we did with our model here, our answer is 11, because that's how much is in each group. And we have a remainder, so we can write it as R1, right? All right. One on the bottom says model 32 divided by 3 using base 10 blocks. Will there be any left over? Let's find out. So if we have 32 divided by 3, that tells me we're going to take 32, so let's draw that in base 10 blocks. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. This tells us to divide it by 3. That means we're going to make this into 3 groups. Okay? Take your 10s, 10, 20, 30. We used those up, so let's erase them. Now, we can't evenly divide these 2 blocks, so guess what? That's our remainder. That's our leftover. We're going to put them over here on the side. So our question says for us to model that, will there be any left over? Yes, there are. There are 2 blocks left over. How do we know? Because they don't fit into equal groups. All right? If you need any assistance with this, please get a hold of me at mvaw123@gmail.com or through Class Dojo. I know you guys can do this. See you soon.